This is major breaking news. It is happening. They are now announcing travel bans and travel restrictions, international travel bans to places like China. That is now being proposed at the highest levels of government right now. And we are seeing a replay of what happened just 3-4 years ago. Okay, we are right on track to have a replay of exactly what happened, and I'm actually gonna break down the timeline of what happened there in a little bit too, so you guys can see that we are right on track. Right, but this is big breaking news. This just broke today, December 1st, 2023, and they are now proposing international travel restrictions and travel bans to other countries, and especially China. All right, this stuff is getting serious. If you haven't seen what's going on, there's been a pneumonia that has been spreading, and they're calling it white lung syndrome. Okay, and they are really saying that this is going to be a big deal, and they are getting the full force of government behind this. Who has issued a warning for this? The World Health Organization has issued a warning for this, and they want more information about it from China and from these other countries, and they are setting us up to have a repeat of 2020. All right, so get yourself prepared, get your family stocked up. All right, because you guys remember how it was. I remember when they announced that we're gonna lock down, we're gonna flatten the curve. It was pandemonium, it was panic, and the shelves were going empty as quick as you could get there. All right, there was a dollar store 5 minutes away from me, and I went as soon as they officially announced this, and the shelves were already getting empty from things like toilet paper, paper towels, all this stuff. And they are trying to have a replay of this same exact scenario. Same exact scenario is playing out right now. So let's dive into this big news that was just announced today, December 1st, from the highest levels of government. They are now suggesting and wanting to implement these international travel bans. All right, this is very serious that they're taking this next step, and you need to be getting yourself ready and your family ready. And honestly, I am actually sick right now. I am sick right now. I know that's crazy. I know the timing of this is crazy, but I've had an extremely sore throat. I've been sneezing, coughing, all this stuff. I've been sick for the past 2 days. All right, I made a video a couple days ago, and then that night I started getting sick. All right, late that night I could feel it. So there actually is something going around, but where is it coming from? What's going on? Where exactly is all this mysterious illness coming from? And they keep calling it this mysterious pneumonia. It's mysterious. Why is it mysterious? It shouldn't be so mysterious, all right? We should know exactly where this is coming from, how this is coming about, all right? It's all very suspicious and very strange, right? And so let's dive into this news here. This is being proposed by top senators in the U.S. government. They are urging Biden to implement these international travel bans. You can see here, this is on Marco Rubio's website, and he is a top U.S. senator. He's on all the intelligence committees, all the different top committees. He's on them, all right? And he is now urging Biden, along with multiple other senators. They wrote an official letter. You can see here, Rubio colleagues to Biden. Ban travel from China to prevent mysterious illness spread. Once again, it's mysterious. Why is it mysterious? All right? Very strange, very suspicious what's going on. And we need to have our red flag alerts on high alert right now. You could see here, quote, a mysterious respiratory illness is once again spreading in China. Once again, they even say once again, and they're comparing this to 2020. All right. Until we know more about what this new pathogen could be, the United States must do everything possible to prevent the illness from reaching our shores. Okay, they are urging Biden to, quote, we should not wait for the WHO to take action given its track record. We must take action steps to protect the health of Americans and our economy. That means we should immediately restrict travel between the United States and the People's Republic of China until we know more about the dangers posed by the new illness. A ban on travel now could save our country from death, lockdowns, mandates, and further outbreaks. later. All right, so they're even saying that these things are coming. Lockdowns, mandates, and further outbreaks, and even death are coming, and we need to lock down international travel. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting deja vu, and I'm getting very worried that they are getting ready to shut everything down. Shut everything down. I'll give you guys a timeline here in a minute of what happened, just to refresh everyone's memory. But I'm really worried they are going to shut down the economy again. They're getting ready to really shut it all down, force everyone to stay home, force everyone to work remotely. All right, print trillions, print tens of trillions of dollars. National debt's going to explode. Inflation is going to get even worse. And later this year, we have a big 2024. All right, our next year, later next year in November, we have a big 2024 vote. All right, so there's just a lot of moving parts, and I'm really worried that they are going to use this to lock down the economy. These are top Republicans urging Biden to do this. Coming out of Florida, this is Marco Rubio and Rick Scott coming out of Florida urging this to happen. It's one of these things where there's no resistance. It's both sides. Both parties are going to push this and lead us into this. And the problem is, there really does seem to be something out there right now. There's something going on. There's something in the air being released that's spreading, that is getting people sick, and I am sick right now. I feel terrible. I'm extremely weak. My nose is extremely stuffy. My throat hurts. I just feel out of it. My body's weak. My daughter is also sick right now too. All right, and we're worried that it's going to spread to our other family members. Okay, this stuff could happen anywhere, anytime. And there are things spreading around, but there also are things like the common cold. So we need to be on the lookout for these lockdowns, for these mandates to start being implemented. And it can happen anywhere. This stuff can happen anywhere. Any state, all right, could hop on board. And even New York right now, they've been in this court battle to pass this quarantine law, all right, to force people to go into quarantine facilities, all right, forcibly by government. And they've actually been approved to let this law go through. All right, this court battle has been going on for a while now, but states could start implementing laws like this if this thing actually gets bad. All right, this is a very slippery slope that we are heading towards, and it seems like we're on a replay. And this could happen in any state. Even Florida actually has these quarantine laws where the state can forcibly quarantine people if they are deemed a medical threat. All right, they passed this law a few years ago too. Even states like Florida, and even the senators out of Florida are proposing these travel restrictions and these flight bans. So we don't know where it's going to be safe and where there's going to be less lockdowns and less mandates. All right, it's hard to tell what's going to happen, but you can see here that this was the timeline. All right, and we're following this timeline almost exactly. All right, you can see here, this is coming out of Yale Medicine. All right, so this is an official narrative here of the timeline of everything happening. Oh, look at this. A mysterious new illness. It's mysterious. Images appear of Wuhan in lockdown. And they're also coming out in these hazmat suits in China right now and disinfecting streets, disinfecting areas, disinfecting schools, spraying them. You've seen the pictures before, all right? But you can see here a mysterious new illness appears. Images appear of Wuhan in lockdown where officials attempt to contain a mysterious virus. Soon after, new cases of and deaths related to you-know-what surge in Europe. This was January 2020. It is December 2023. It is going to be January 30 days from now, a month from now. It will be January. All right, we are right on track, and this is actually the track it was on. There were cases bubbling up in December of weird stuff where people didn't know what was going on. All right, look here, March 2020. The virus spreads, cases multiply. The Grand Princess cruise ship docked outside of San Fran has passengers that are infected. Bay Area is the first in the U.S. to announce shelter-in-place orders. Hospitals become overwhelmed as cases grow. There's a nationwide shortage of PPE. March 2020. All this stuff is a few months away. They are even starting it a little early, it seems like, with these travel bans and these travel restrictions. Right here, March, April 2020. The world shuts down. Countries seal borders. Sports team cancel seasons. Schools close and employees go home. People start wearing masks and social distancing. All right? We are on a replay. We are on a replay. And every 4 years apparently this is going to happen now. This is crazy. All right? You can see here, May 2020, flattening the curve for a while. After flattening the curve, cases begin to skyrocket again as states reopen in different phases. Researchers continue to race to identify treatments and make, you know what. All right, this is the official Yale narrative. I'm just trying to give you guys the official narrative here on this, because you know how it is on these touchy subjects here. So I'm just trying to tell you what the plan was in 2020, and we are on the same track. July, uptick in mental health issues. People struggle as continued unemployment and are working from home without childcare. School takes a toll. U.S. breaks record for daily cases / deaths. December, new hope, new mutations. FDA authorizes 2 new, major variants begin to circulate, some which might impact the effectiveness. All right, 2021, light at the end of the tunnel. All right, we are on track to do the same exact thing. The same exact pattern is happening right now, and people need to realize it. And people also need to say, we don't want this. We don't want this to happen. We don't want the world to lock down and undergo all these extreme measures. We do not want this to happen. And everyone knows that the last time this mysterious illness, it happened, it flared up right near the Wuhan Institute, Virology Institute, right, where they are doing research. So all these things are very suspicious and very coincidental, and the timing of it is just impeccable. All right, so let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think's going on? Top U.S. senators are urging Biden to implement international travel bans right now with China. This is the start of it all, guys. And if you have families overseas, if you remember, there was this big scramble for people to get home. People were like, I want to get back to my home country, because they were worried that they were going to be locked out of their country potentially. All right. And people, when they were flying into certain areas, all right, when you flew into like Hawaii or something, you would have to quarantine for 7 days and not go anywhere, and you'd have to pay for it and everything. And a lot of people, they were just going on a 7-day trip to Hawaii, going there for a week, and the entire time they would just be forced to not leave their hotels or their apartments or their rentals that they had there the whole time. All right, this stuff is coming back, and these forced mandates, these forced quarantines, these forced border checks and flight checks are going to be happening potentially even more than last time. All right, they're going to clamp down even more, because they're going to say, we can't have another one like this. All right, so get yourself prepared, get yourself stocked up right now on canned goods, emergency food, rice, beans, water filtration. All right, all these things, batteries, all these things are going to be essential. Toilet paper, paper towels, paper products, all these things are going to be in short supply, and we're already still kind of in a short supply. We're still kind of recovering. The supply chain was destroyed the last time 2020 happened. There was so many different businesses that went under, and it really hurt the supply chain. And now, if this happens again, there's a total shutdown again, these businesses aren't going to be able to survive. All right, it's going to be the nail in the coffin for the U.S. supply chain and U.S. small businesses as well. There's going to be even more consolidation into these mega corporations, and that's what happened. All the small mom and pop shops were forced to close down while Walmart and all the mega stores could stay open, right? It didn't make sense. Why could they stay open and have a ton of people inside, but these small stores that would only have a few people inside because they're a small local store, there's probably only 10 people shopping in there at once, in these little grocery stores and stuff. If you've ever been in little small town grocery stores, right? It doesn't make sense. But they had to close down and they couldn't recover. They couldn't make it. There was also all this corruption with all the money that was handed out. All these different mega rich people. Mega rich people were really taking advantage of the generosity of the American taxpayer during this moment. And they were getting all these free loans, all this free grants, all these different things that they really didn't need. And people that really needed it to survive were not given adequate needs. And then in the long run, they now see massive inflation and they can't afford anything, and it's way worse, and all that stuff dried up, but the inflation never went down. It's still up. It's always going up. Until it's negative, it's always going up. And I really do not believe that our country could handle another cycle like we went through 4 years ago. I think if we have to go through something like that again, then it would be devastating, right? Psychologically, mentally, for children, adults, the economy, the supply chain, the military, everything. Everything took a mega hit. The national debt, everything is in critical shape right now. We could take the hit before, we could absorb the hit before, because the economy, everything was healthy enough. But we are not in a good spot. We're in a very negative spot financially, mentally, morally in the country. People can feel it. Stuff's just not right. Stuff's not right. And if we have another massive situation like this, there might not be this big coordination to pull together and to like get through it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Please hit it up for me down there. All right, people need to know about this. People need to seriously be getting yourself prepared and ready for this. We are on the timeline and we do not have much time. We do not have much time before things start getting serious. All right, it seems like this is the one that is going to be the big one. All right, so get yourself prepared, get your family prepared, stock up on medicines, vitamins as well too. All right, that's what I'm doing, getting stocked up on things like children, ibuprofen for my kids. All right, medicines, vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D. This is what I'm doing personally. I'm not saying it will cure or do anything, but these are the things that I'm trying to stock up on right now to try to keep myself healthier and keep myself prepared in case this gets a lot worse. All right, so thank you guys so much. I hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.